Hello, and welcome to the Clifftop Tower District in Shan for what will be our level 17 episode of Purple Rage. Purple is lying low at the moment, hiding in and amongst the foliage in the corner of this fountain. He's the chief suspect in the robbery from the 12, that enormous piece of meat that was cooking over the fire in an earlier episode seems to have disappeared, and for some reason the locals are suspecting us, so we're keeping a low profile. Ironically, the quest immediately after the successful Grim and Barrett, we suffered only our second death, and it was a horrible one as well. Very humbling. Right at the start of the subversion, those four red crown elementals that you get. The water one, we struggled badly enough with the rock one, but the water one couldn't CC, couldn't really crit because of their really strong fortification. So that weapon was taken away from us. And of course, as befits the red crowns, they were doing horrible elemental damage over time to us, and our blood tribute just wasn't up to the task. So we died a rather humiliating death there. I tried, I brought Natasha in keeping with tradition, barely clothed cleric, and she did okay, keeping us going. We managed to struggle through that first section, but it did highlight that there will be, I guess that's a chink in our build. I mean, any build is going to struggle, as mentioned before, against those awful red crown dots. Any build would, but the crit immunity, we just really struggle to get through that. I don't think we have enough fortification bypass to get through something like that reliably. So it took us far too long to kill it, and it killed us before we killed it. So fair play. So that was a shame, and that does lead me to sort of reopen the debate, the adrenaline and fury destiny for some really spiky damage against against Dreadnought. I'm still tempted to try Dreadnought, first because we're not going in any significant level of Reaper, second we're only leveling, and third it just strikes me as a more fun destiny in line with our build. There are things there for tactics. There is a nice wings type attack that you can close quickly, so for moving around the field we could have that from 20, I think. At the moment we don't have anything like that, like a charge attack. So I'm really tempted to try, and maybe if we start struggling too much, I could experiment in the other one. I know the other one is kind of the bread and butter thing for the barbarians, and I don't know. I just like, I've had a look at both, and I like the look of what Dreadnought has to offer, and I don't think we've done an epic life going deep into that, having it as our main one. So I just think it might be nice to try. What else have I got noted here? Yeah, third core of the Reaper trees, so another tactics, a bit more strength, melee power 3, that's kind of neither here nor there. A bit more on reflex saves, PRR, con, so a bit more in general. I will respec these when we get to 21, because we're going to be wanting the fourth cores. I think we're going to be wanting as well, for more Reaper boost, we're going to be wanting, if we can manage it, these each one of these memento things, these four, which would give us put us from 4 to 8. Although we might lose that one, might we? I'll see if I can keep the 2 invested in there and get these 4. We might just be able to do that and take the 2 cores. It's not an insignificant boost. That 30% bonus to double strike for 30 seconds is nice, especially when paired with haste. So that's what I'm going to look to do moving forward. The Snow Peaks Festival is starting tomorrow. By the time you get to see this, it'll probably be finished, so I'm not even sure why I'm talking about it. But the good things from there, for me at least, the things I'll be looking to stock up on, the two festive augments, I think it's Dexterity and Charisma, they're always nice to have. Even if you don't want them for yourself, for your own builds, you could get shards for them on the auction house. If you so decided, just keep them on ice for a few months, and then when they're out of season, put one or two up if you don't see any similar for sale. The Imbue, the Snow Peaks Filigree Imbue, extra Imbue dice, would be a nice to have. My little Archer Red could definitely use that. The Sapphire of Snow Peaks Speed, 30% speed from level 8. I'm sure you've seen me using that. In fact, if we look on our gear here, we have one piece there which is more or less in there just for that and for the accuracy. And the Ruby of the Snow Peaks for the possible freeze chance. That's a very nice one, available from level 4, and nice to have an option to freeze opponents. If memory serves, we used it in our Monk life. That coupled with the crowd control from the Elemental Bloom Quarterstaff, we started having some decent paralyzing and freezing. So that was nice. I don't think they've added anything new to it this year, and this is probably way too late to help anybody with that anyway. But those are the things I would lean towards. There's a debate at the moment. I'm guessing maybe this update might be live by the time this gets seen. But the update 66, part of it centers around new AoE stuff for ranged. Now, as some of you might know, I do have a little ranged character that plays uniquely that play style, and ranged for as long as I can remember has been horrible to level. You can lessen the pain by leveling in Inquisitive, which I do, but still horrible. And the main reason for that is the lack of much viable AoE. I say viable because if you actually take the improved precise shot, which I don't, because ranged at the cap, you tend to want to build your stacks of Archer's Focus and focus on heavy damage on a single target. But so yeah, no real viable AoE, and they're talking about, from what I can see there, they're talking about adding some AoE to the pin ability in Shiradi, and also is it to the scatter shot in Horizon Walker. Now my Archer, that's his main tree, the Horizon Walker, and scatter shot has always been a don't take because it's brokenly useless. So if they, at the very worst, I would take that to add, I think they're proposing it, if you took it, it would add an extra 3, what's it called, many shot charges, is it? So that would be nice to have on its own. But if that then worked as an AoE, that would give some kind of extra potential to ranged builds, because generally speaking, the rare occasions I've tried to level one on its own, you just get overwhelmed sooner or later by packs of opponents, and there's just nothing you can do because you just plink, plink, plink one at a time. It's also a pretty crappy play style. So if they suddenly had a means, as the other classes do, between strike through and AoE caster stuff, if they suddenly had a means to do some decent AoE crowd control and or damage, that would be very interesting to see. Although I see the people are out there already sharpening their knives, the balance mafia, saying, "Oh God, range is going to be overpowered if they get that now." So I'll just be interested to see what develops. If depending on how it goes, I might actually show on the channel Alive with Red, my archer. He would. I've never tried outside of the first time I leveled him to the cap, just to see what the ranged playstyle was all about. I think I had to content myself with going on hard, because even on elite he was struggling horribly. Since then I've never tried to level him outside of inquisitive, and usually with another person. So if they do change it significantly, maybe it might be interesting to see what we could do just with a bow, a standard bow from the start, see how much it might change. It's a thought anyway. Right, so where are we? I don't think anything amazing has changed in here since last we spoke. I think we could take the Raging Crush. Is that worth taking, or do I wait for the more damage? Good question. Or do we go for Strike Through? So many choices. I think I might go with the let's try the Raging Crush just for a bit of fun. So we're building up nicely in that tree now. Remembering to add it to the options is always a start. I think we'll stick it there. So that's on a 30-second cooldown. Hopefully with it being in the business area of my things, I will remember to watch the cooldown and use that to our advantage. I am wondering if our Strike Through will also apply to that. If indeed we could crush 3 enemies instead of 1. I guess we'll find out. So we're going for a journey through the Cogs. Nothing spectacular, nothing outside of Reaper 1. I like to do the top and the bottom ones first, and then string all the rest of them together. Now most of the quests are quite short, so we should really be hammering every boost we can get our hands on. I think the bits where I can see us having trouble are when we get sort of spiky elemental damage, like the what's the one with the Forge Wraiths? That one always causes trouble, doesn't it? So Great Arrows of Night Shield, Death Ward. Temporary hit points up. Right, who wants to see some Raging Crush? Boosts on immediately. There's a red crown up there. That was the Raging Crush. Didn't kill him, but it did do a crit. We saw 4 figures there, didn't we? Nice. Is that everything? I think it is. Boosting again. Oh, Reaper. Can we Raging Crush the Reaper? Yeah, yes! Oh, like it. Okay, good stuff. I still haven't quite seen if we are able to... haven't seen if we're able to hit more than one target with the Raging Crush. That was a nice double stun. They were quite far apart. Oh, big crit there, 1800. That might be a new record with the stunned target. Let's go for the Raging. Oh yes, oh, that's another new record. That was the Raging Crush, 2.2. We'll like it. Let's get the boost back up. Get these tripped maybe. Yes. Just the one to go. Crowd control working nicely. Pull the lever. Gonna go for the portal first and leave the boss up at the top. I think we probably have enough rage, but let's make sure.
You hear a familiar voice coming from the platform above you. Is that Malik the gnome? Malik calls to you.
Yes, of course, as well as being a guaranteed crit, it's plus 40% damage. So it could hit quite nastily, that.
Transforms before your eyes. A Rakshasa. Soon, my name will be known across Corvair. Malik the Malevolent.
Got the dodge on. I just want to take out the artifact and not really be too bothered about these other things. I'm not really hitting it, am I? I guess because it's crit immune, we're struggling here. Or maybe I'm not hitting it properly. Not too bad.
And the remaining demons are thrown back into the depths of the
Okay, we're getting some crits in on him, aren't we? Right. Not too bad. What have we got there? Wall watch circlet. Nice part of the ranged set. So recalling and then up to the top the Wraithcaller's temple. Broadly speaking, I thought that went pretty well, and that Raging Crush may be overkill, but it's fun. It's certainly a nice one to wheel out against a Reaper, because they're certainly not crit immune, are they? Right, up to the top. Aside from anything else flavour-wise, that's excellent. We should be doing stuff like that as an orc. Oh, hello. I tried the Raging Crush on him, but mounted, we didn't do anything. Sometimes when you activate something like the Stunning Blow, it dismounts us to do it, so I just assumed it would dismount us activating that, but it didn't do.
The lift went down and down for what seemed like forever. When it finally stopped, I was deep underground. There I was, with 1,000 others ready to report for work in the Cogs. I didn't know much about the Cogs then.
Okay,
I'd always
same deal here as in the one we've just done. The first room is a bit of a nightmare for missile fire and stuff.
Into a larger chamber, and the sound of voices drifts in from up ahead.
So get the defences up and the buffs. And let's go and get stuck into some action. Go on, go, 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 go. Hop. I saved the Raging Crush for him, that was a good one. Close to our best. And boosting. I want to know now if the Raging Crush can be used against a group. So let's experiment here. I think it was only one it hit, so that's a bit disappointing.
You pull the lever, and
I think
the
we got
mechanism
some
that controls the door grinds into action.
boxes, haven't we, to break up here? Okay. So the Raging Crush is for nasty single targets. I've got it. Oh, 2.2. A sneaky Raging Crush in there. Okay.
The voices grow louder as you round the corner, accompanied by the sound of the massive machinery.
I think if we're really after the big damage, we need to stun something first and then do Raging Crush.
Worshippers kneel before a makeshift altar. In their prayers, the cultists offer their service to the avenging Phantom and implore the creature to punish those who have wronged them.
Well, we finished them off pretty quickly. I
Intruders
sent the crush in on him, that was a couple of thousand, that was nice.
our vengeance on the city above. The High Priestess seems strangely
Very good.
troubled by her imminent death. My spirit will only make our masters stronger.
Forces plate, what's that? Heavy armour,
He cannot
part of
be
the family.
bargained with. Vengeance
Could be a nice
will
one
be
to have.
his. As the Forge Wraith falls, shocked voices cry out throughout the
I'm not
cavern.
sure I have
The
that,
cult
so
is
let's
destroyed, and the city
make
is
sure
now
we don't
safe
throw
from
that one
their
away by
schemes.
accident.
Yet this was not the only Forge Wraith. More still lurk in the Cogs, driven by their never-ending thirst
Miserable
for
weather we're
vengeance.
having here at the moment. At least the snow and ice have gone in the UK, but stormy weather and rain and just drab and dull as January gets. I always consider it kind of like a dead month, January, something to be got through. And winter is a distant fourth in my ranking of the seasons. I did in my younger days go on one awesome skiing holiday. I would have loved to try that again. Aside from that, winter has little to recommend it, at least for me.
In the
Okay.
distance, you hear the grinding of massive gears.
Now here we're going to need to mess about looking for this key, aren't we? Because we've no way to open those doors. That could be a bit of an issue.
The store's hinges.
Let's try not to get
Prying it open
hammered by these
enough
traps.
to alert anyone guarding. Maybe there is a way to get inside without alarming the board.
trying to save the Raging Crush for an opportune moment. Or a nasty target, maybe for a Reaper or something. Whoa. Okay. Raging Crush, go. Yes, Fear Reaper decimated. That was nice. I don't know how much it did, but it was good. This is a problem now, isn't it? All the boosts on. Come on. We have no freedom of movement, so we get caught by those annoying little grease puddles or whatever they are. Right on cue. Come on, let me out of here. We better get stuck into these before they give us a proper hammering. Right, okay, let's go up, 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 up. Can we find this key?
The door is sealed shut with a heavy silver padlock.
It's not in there, is it? No.
Hidden somewhere on the shipments. Or perhaps you can find another one you've never seen.
How are we gonna get up there? Featherfall, maybe? No. Oh, that was rubbish. How do I get up there? So looking for the little glimmering thing that would suggest a key in one of the boxes. Come on, where are you? Do I see something down there? Yeah, I might do. Happy days, that's what we're after.
Surely danger and a generous bounty await you inside. You pocket
Featherfall.
the iron key you found. There's sure to be a use for it. You jangle the iron padlock, but the door remains tightly sealed.
Perhaps this boss might
No way
like
around
a
it this time. You'll
crushing,
need the key. As you
raging
enter the
crush.
city, you hear someone barking orders from above. Intruders! Protect the special cargo, you idiots! We'll make them pay for messing with our
Thing again. Fear Reaper, oh god, I've got to get to that and I can't because of this thing on the floor. Raging Crush. Didn't seem to do a lot there. Chucking in all the boosts I can.
The leader of the smuggling operation falls to his knees and overcomes
Still got to go and
special cargo.
smash the cargo box, haven't we? Okay, let's get out of here. I guess we stick Featherfall on. Actually. And we would need Ghostly, don't we? Otherwise these Wraiths are going to be hard to hit.
Screaming in panic. The Boromar are gone for good.
That was an attempted Raging Crush that just missed the target.
The air grows warm around you as you enter this room. Forge winds drift over the old machinery. Their racks growing louder as you approach.
Yeah, I suffer from missing the target with the key shots like the cracking attack. If you miss the target with that, then you lose your 2 weapon extra bonus for the 12 seconds after. So I need to become better at aiming. That's more like it. Come on then today. Oh, this is a bit of a problem, isn't it? Fatigued. Yeah, I predict I'm gonna start struggling a bit to notice when the rage has run out once we get to 19 and the expiring rage no longer gives us fatigue. So it's going to be it's going to be a double-edged sword, that. Come on, I hate these jumpy sections. Let's just not bother with the end chest. Just go around and do what needs to be done. Tried throwing the crushing rage in there. I don't know whether it did too much for us. Is that the last one down there, possibly?
Into a smoldering cloud.
But we've missed one of the containers. Is that? It should be down there somewhere. No, no. In that case, it must be on this other side. Be down there. No? There's actually 2 left. What the hell? How have I done so badly on them? I did get the one in the main room, didn't I? Yeah. So how on earth have we missed 2? This is it was my least favourite quest in the Cogs by some distance before, but even more so now. How have we missed 2 in here? There's nothing down there. I'm pretty well speechless here. I'm not even sure I know where to look. Crikey. Don't think you can highlight them with the backspace, can you? I don't see one down there. There definitely isn't one under there, which is a normal spot for them. Ah, there's one down there, okay. Missed 2 somehow. Let's just double check there isn't one, that the one in the other room did get smashed. I'm sure it did. Yeah, This is going to make for a miserable recording, so many apologies for this. I could have sworn I'd covered every possible spot they could be. Ah, right. Okay, sorry about that. It's my least favourite quest in the Cogs by some margin. For a start, because of ferreting around for those things, and secondly, you tend to get mobbed, as we did in the middle area, unless you've got someone who can just go through and open the door, so you don't have to search around for the key. Hopefully this next one should favour us a bit more, although our stun will be virtually irrelevant because it's all plants and zombies, isn't it? I think there's plenty of other crowd controllers who suffer the same fate in here. People relying on mass hold and colour spray will be equally useless in here. I think it's burst of glacial territory, isn't it, this one?
You enter a small fighting arena. It seems to be closed. The ring is quiet, and the stands are empty. A small knot of people stands near a pile of crumpled corpses. Another group of lumbering brutes attacks the fighting pit.
Okay, come at us, people. Good job.
Drop into the pit from above. You must stop this invasion so that the fights in the arena may continue.
More boost. Keep at 'em. I'm not convinced with this Raging Crush. I think I'm going to swap it out for some more reliable damage, like the +2
Muffled moans draw your attention
+2 hit and damage.
Perhaps this is the source of the zombie.
It is on quite a long cooldown as well, isn't it? Although it did get us our record damage to date. Just try and hit the Reaper with it. Heavy damage coming there. Yeah, they hit hard, those, whatever it is they're throwing at us. It's not good, is it? Don't think my knockdown's working against them either. So we're managing to find some pretty decent numbers without the help of the Raging Crush. So I don't see that as being a particularly essential take. Tried it there. Yeah, nothing overly spectacular, is it?
The chill of the cavern gives way to warmer, more humid air. The familiar musty smell is stronger. The source of the red musk zombie must be
Yeah, they seem to be knockdown immune, these things. Or they have a very strong save, reflex save that I can't get past. Have a quick rest here.
The room opens out to reveal what appears to be a makeshift temple, littered with the spores that create the red musk zombie. The room's center is an unusual-looking mine flame. Shudder, you realize that this illithid, Calitraz, has fallen.
Nice.
His creations no longer threaten.
So many times I've forgotten to kill the spore things around the sides, and not picked up the end reward as a result.
All of the spores responsible for creating these abominations have been destroyed.
I still think the end chest shouldn't appear until the quest is complete, and that would stop people from doing that. We still haven't completed, have we? Defeat waves of attackers. I left an attacker. Do you know, when we were in the Red Musk room, I thought I saw something out of the corner of my eye, and I thought, oh, hell with it, I'll just leave it. We've pulled the lever, and I now find out it's an obligatory objective down there. I'm sure there's one character down here somewhere. There. Yeah, we can't knock them down.
A musty, humid draft
They're tough to
through the
treat
sewer
as well,
pipes
those
that the red
things.
musk zombies use. The source of the creatures must be nearby.
So we're not having it all our own way, but not doing too badly. In the quests where our crowd control is, oh, I tell you what I'll do, I'll just recall and respec the tree, because I'm really not liking this Raging Crush thing. I think it's probably a waste of a point. It's on too long a cooldown. So I'm not taking any more in here because it relies on you having low health, and the times we would be in that situation shouldn't be too many. Shall we take boost instead of will save? We'll take one boost and one will save. And what did I do in there? I went for the power attack, didn't I? We're gonna take more hit and damage, I think. Okay. We can teleport now to the village, which should be more or less where we were. I think that's where we were, isn't it? After the... Or is it? I'm not sure it is, but I think it'll do. Yeah, it is. That was the zombies thing, wasn't it? Yeah. Just come at it from a slightly different direction, which is fatal for me. Any slight change of direction or anything like that, and it's like I don't know the area or the quest anymore. I Like if somebody tries to take me through these cogs a different way, it just doesn't work very well. I don't know how it is for you good folks, but for me, once I've learnt something like a route round something or a set way of doing a quest, I find it very difficult to unlearn, even if faced with compelling evidence that my way is distinctly suboptimal.
Stand up there on the walkway and look down at the flames below. Fire!
So this is where we're going to get into trouble with the
The explosion that
Ford
destroyed
race
God's
at the
forest
end,
seems to
isn't
have
it?
left this
Big
area
trouble.
mostly untouched. A blood-stained note lies
Do I
on a
have
fresh
to
corpse.
bring that back onto the... but I don't think you do. I think it's automatically activated, isn't it? No, maybe not. Okay. Is there anything else I need to put back? No, we just take that away. I think that's us good, isn't it? Yeah. Did I read the note there? I think you've got to read the note to go on, haven't you? Yeah, we dispatched the Famine Reaper nicely enough without needing to resort to boosted attacks or crown security drones. Horrible, horrible things. We are aware. Okay, boosts are ready. I think there's a Reaper in there in the corner. Hit the dodge bonus to try and help us against the Reaper. Oh, hello. Boost is up again. Oh, Reaper going straight for him. Can we knock down the... Oh, we've got problems here, haven't we? That thing is hitting very hard. Okay. Let's go for the optional.
Security barrier removed. Security barrier removed.
Keeping an eye on the health. That's pretty good. Somehow, I don't think the Ford race at the end of this are going to be as forgiving. We could rest and clear those stacks, that's a good idea. And regain a bit of health. Okay. I wish I had fire shield cold to cast here. I I don't think there's any point me even trying to activate these guns. Is there? Maybe I should try. I'm just thinking they're gonna smash me well before I get to do it, but maybe I should try. I might be able to get 2 before they start hammering me. See what we'll do. We'll try and get rid of the first bunch and then go for the next guns.
You've activated
Yeah.
fire
Okay.
cannons. That should help
Let's
protect
just
the
see
area.
if they'll go for the guns instead of me. Take some of the heat off us. Yes, okay. At higher levels they just absolutely destroy the guns in very short order, so it's not really a decent solution then. Here it's working well for us. For some reason they all congregated around that one. I'm guessing the boss is up now. Boost is coming back soon, so I'll just wait for a second. Watching the health. Yeah, it's nice.
In the room. The more can be seen lurking outside in the distance.
Bronze Dragon Scale Belt. Nice item for us, it would be. I don't really want to give up the stunning and vertigo for our crowd control, but totally would have been a good item for us. Okay, off we go. That actually went significantly better than I was expecting. It's another illustration of just how dangerous those red crowns can be. That's what took the big chunk out of us before we rested. The optional boss there, we were more than happy against. But anything that has red crown next to its name, alarm bells start ringing. And wherever possible I try and crowd control that. Now we're going to need the ooze beater here, aren't we?
A familiar sound reverberates throughout the sewer. Let's slither up slimes.
Stuck, I can't move. Okay. Push on, push on. Good stuff. Swap weapon back.
Members of the Das gang rummage through the refuse. One of them runs off into an adjacent tunnel.
Yeah. Anything with a red crown over it gets crowd controlled. Or any group. Oh! Just a couple more to pop up here, and then I think we are done.
You've slain the Dask thugs, but found no sign of the scavenged arcane assistant. Follow the goblin that ran off. He may know its way. The floor collapses beneath the Dask thug. It falls into the
Nice
depths
job.
of the trash system.
Happy days.
Thief flees into
Now
the
here
trash
there's just a
disposal.
blatant cheat
There's a
for those of you who
blood-curdling
didn't
shriek
know.
beyond the door, followed by a
For any
deep
non-melee,
rumble
you
that
can
sounds
just go and
strangely like a
stand
belch.
up on here,
Your nostrils
shoot
fill
the
with
thing,
stench of
and it
rotting
can't
garbage.
harm you. However, not an
This
option for
massive
us, sadly.
chamber is filled with refuse from the upper city. In the middle of the debris stands a grotesque, lumbering beast, a trash-devouring creature. Unfortunately, it's already registered. The hotel
Happy
topples
days.
the trash-littered floor. The door to the west opens, and the gnome scavenger steps through to retrieve her device. You've returned the missing arcane assistant to the gnome scavenger.
Okay, not so bad, not so bad. What do we have left? Is it 2 left now? Is it 2 or 3? I can't remember. Where are we now? I think it's 2. Keep hearing debates about this section and how it shouldn't be included in a wilderness area because of the risk of falling down, maybe dying and all that kind of thing. Some of the bear party just like to jump across here with the horses. No, I don't recommend doing that because I've seen 1 or 2 of them end in a real mess, falling down and having to come back up. There is a way to climb back up there, but less than ideal, shall we say.
The foreman turns and opens the door. Railton's disappearance could only mean
Just have a
trouble.
quick check on our DC, so we're up to 49 now, and I think it can be boosted a little bit higher than that with the Canith infusion when that triggers. Now we're in trouble here against this crown, not even hitting the bloody thing. Let's get out of here. Make it come to us on terra firma if it wants a piece of the action. Yeah, this goes back to that that death I mentioned against an elemental. Very similar. We can't crit them, can't crowd control them, and Red Crown obviously deals horrible damage to us. We're a little bit better against the dogs. Let's see if we can charge in here with the boost still running. Oh, we could be in trouble against that magma thing. It's doing some big damage. And it had backup from a crown. Yeah. Look at the ticking damage there. That is ridiculous. We're still taking it, I think. Did I see 117? Was it ticking for over 100 a time? That is So that's the basically the only way the dungeons have managed to kill us, because we can't heal. They kind of grind us down with those heavy damage over time that I just can't keep up the blood tributes for. Other than that, we've been absolutely fine. We could find something else here actually. These mephits are bad enough with that, is it Frost Ray? And that crown is going to be an awful problem. I tell you what we'll do, we'll try and attract him to us, so at least we don't have to play with all of them. Nice. Can we do the same with those, or will they not come to us? Oof! We got the worst of that, didn't we? They're definitely not going to come to us, are they? Okay, I'm going to have to go down there. Let's wait for the boost. I might be able to at least stun those, perhaps. Let's try. Get down there, come on. Get him, get him, get him. Can we knock you down? I tried. Did we get him down? Yes? No? Maybe? Yes! Come on! Nice. Still in the game.
Wilton stands before you, entombed in a
Got
sheet
more
of ice.
boost.
No doubt the creatures you've encountered are the culprits. But how did those
That
wintry
Flenser thing is the main target. Yes, got it down. Go, 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 go. Come on. Come on, keep at him. Go, go, go. Oh, I see Red Crownage in here. Oh, we stunned them both. That was beautiful, beautiful.
muttering her
Can we
last
pick up the chest through the earth? I don't think we can we?
Sorry, Master. I failed.
No.
This master of hers
Oh, yes.
must be
Happy days.
responsible for this supernaturally frozen cave.
Right.
A gnome wizard stands before
Got a
humming,
nice bit of
whirring
boost left.
mechanical device,
Rage should last, but let's just make sure.
cold enough to freeze even the hottest magma. The wizard turns towards you, startled.
Let's stun these buggers. Keep the temp hit points up. I'm just watching the temp hit points now rather than what I'm actually doing on the screen. Nice.
Must deal with you myself. Have at thee. You haven't seen the last of me.
Cackles the gnome as he teleports away. The wizard may have turned tail and run, but the whirring device continues to freeze the lava flow.
I'm pretty sure we could have achieved the same through, you know, having a cleric higher tagging along and maybe dying the odd time. But I'm just not keen. Really not keen on that. Especially not on nursemaiding the thing. Like in here we had some magma, didn't we, to go through. Of course it would have walked right into the middle of it and died immediately. It's just not having to stop it and then call it to you and messing about with all that. No, I don't like it. Okay, 1 to go. So I suppose as far as I'm concerned, a class that can't natively heal itself is less than perfect as regards soloing. But we've made do. I think there's potential in this last one for a lot of nasty stuff. Some of these sentry drones or whatever you call them, if they end up red crowns, oh, the damage would be frightening.
You expected to find
Okay.
Forge personnel hard at work in this wing. Instead, you see an old woman pacing back and forth while muttering to herself. A group of Moorgrave University students are lost inside the Forge. You need to track them down.
This is the one I found the toughest when I first got the Shan pack. First of all, just to find the quest, because you get to it through a bit of a dark passageway there, don't you? And I was right next to the entrance and couldn't seem to get in. And secondly, the wandering round lost inside these pipes. Once you've got the two different paths more or less memorized, it's not too bad. And in fact, the thing is pretty linear, so it's not that easy to go wrong once you've got a bit of a feel for it. Plenty easy to die in here though to those things. I thought there was one we hadn't dealt with. Now, as a more squishy character like a ranged or a caster, you can totally just stay in those pipes and do your thing from there in relative safety, but obviously we don't have that luxury.
You teleport the hapless student back to the entrance.
Something tells me this time we have to go down here. Go on, get him. Get him, get him, get him. Too many red crowns in here. Way too many red crowns. Okay, not too bad.
You teleport the hapless student back to the entrance.
Where are we going after that? Through there, is it, I think? Kill it! Come on! Can't leave the crowns alive. If you are getting lost, one good tip is to follow the line of the security drones. Where they are heaviest tends to be where you need to go. Come on. Almost there. Nice one.
You teleport the hapless
Okay.
student back to the entrance.
Oh God, there's so many there. Get out of there! I was trying not to be in the line of fire for all the stuff that was down there. And we've got something behind us. And that's definitely not the way. Okay, boost. Come on, get him, get him, get him. Nice.
Dane tells you that the last student was taken captive by
16. There is a shrine before the end, isn't there?
Go there to resolve the
So we
situation.
will be able to wipe those
Teleport
stacks.
the hapless
Well, you can
student
see even
back
with
to the
16
entrance.
our hit points is by no means in a dire state. So if you happen to be a stubborn bugger like me and just not like hirelings, it's possible to make it work. Have we cleared this area already? Yes, we have. So all we need to do now is just
You
drop
fall
down
a chute
and take the
tumble out of
shrine.
a maze of pipes.
I think it's going to be a rough old ending, but I think we can do it.
A massive shield guardian protects the holding cell. A student waves at you from behind the magic barrier. Thank the host, but I knew they'd send somebody. It's not what it looks like, I swear. A cold, impersonal voice emanates from the shield guardian. Intruder.
Did not like that. Got to get rid of these little things around the edges. Hammering away on the blood tribute because we're taking some awful damage here. Reboost. Now we should be good. Nice. Okay.
Guardian into a pile of debris.
Well, it wasn't pretty, but we made it. I think with any kind of heal, which we will have access to in Epic, hopefully things will go a bit more smoothly. And then we can just rely on blood tribute in dire situations instead of all the time.
The barrier vanishes. Quickly, Chance says. Unlock the security door so I can get out of here. Careful though. Pulling the wrong lever will summon the
I'm quite pleased to get through that without anything awful happening. I think the worst thing that happened to us was the forgetting where the special cargo was located in the smash and burn, which I guess can happen. That aside, I don't think we did too badly. We'll go and collect our saga. So we're not a million miles away from 18 after collecting the saga. I'll stick with 17 while doing the Shan, and then after that, I guess the most of the VIP types, Shan is just like the completion. For me, without that, I need to do some extra little bits. I often do Wayloon afterwards, the level 16 chain. The Lords of Dust level 16 is a nice one too in the harbour. Sometimes have a little go at the level 16s down in the Morgrave lower quad, the relatively newer content there, and just see how we feel. But no, that was pretty good. I'm not complaining at all. I think that's more than enough for a single episode. Sorry it's dragged on a little bit. You can put that down in some cases to my ineptitude with the quests. Thank you very much as always for looking, and I will speak to you in the next one. Take care.